So super appropriate. What the fuck are you doing? You're doing a horrible job.
You fix it then. I'm gonna go take a shit.
I feel like I might have to poop myself.
So we got another beer coming. It's the Mysterious Beerious. And I've been kind of looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be delicious.
Now I'm excited.
It's got a unique one.
It tastes like a Dos Equis.
Yeah. At least I feel like it seems pretty unique.
Today's episode is sponsored by the letter Y, the color green, and your mom's underwear.
You know what? Maybe we need to start doing that. Have like every episode sponsored or brought to you by.
Brought to you in part by your mom.
The letters 4? Oh, that's not even a letter.
This one looks
the letters
fruity.
4.
Looks thus far, it's got a lot of head, and it is looking pretty hazy.
Pretty heady.
I feel like it's going to be fruity.
Like
Find out.
without even sniffing it or touching it, like a pineapple-y IPA. It's like a pineapple-y IPA, maybe just some pine tar notes to it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Missy would be excited about that.
Oh,
unless she's excited to gross us out. She's like, this is the dankest fucking beer ever.
The dankest
and I'm
beer.
like,
Another dank squatch?
Oh, God. That was not good. That was too dank.
dude, I was talking about, me and my brother were talking about Rheingeist when I was at his house the other day. And, dude, I just got a whiff of that and it reminded me of something. I can't think of what it is. Anyway, we're talking about Rheingeist, and he was talking about how he likes Rheingeist, and I was like, dude, Truth is nasty. And he's like, I like Truth. I'm like, it's disgusting.
I enjoyed... when he was a child, did he always like suck on pennies?
Probably. Okay, it does smell like an IPA.
See, I like head on a beer, but this one's stupid because I want to get to the actual beer.
And it does smell kind of tropical.
It's got it. Okay. I can taste it. I know.
I've got a lactose-y taste out of the head.
I was going to say, yeah, there's a little bit of a back flavor that I can taste. That's what I was kind of looking forward to.
Some kind of IPA. Little IPA bite to it.
You're right on that.
Probably like, it's not like a Flying Monkeys IPA, is it? Because when I was at the Jungle last time, I saw one we hadn't had before, and I specifically did not buy it because I wanted to get wanted to go for different breweries.
Gotcha.
Is this one like a cotton candy?
It's not a cotton candy.
Tastes a little bit like cotton candy.
It's too IPA-ish for me.
Yeah.
But I knew it was an IPA, but there was just like a unique twist to an IPA that I'm kind of like, I wonder how that'll be.
I'm trying to get the flavor that's below the IPA because there's something there.
It's definitely like a fruity, like maybe a tropical-ish flavor, but it kind of tastes like all the IPAs we've ever had that have like a tropical. Because I know what it is. There's a certain little bit of a back flavor. It's very kind of taste
subtle.
I'm getting like some side flavor, but it's just hops to me.
So
hold on.
Okay.
Like, God, there's something there, and I can't place what it is.
Here sniffing it like I'm a freaking dog, trying to smell this or get something out of it.
Like a pear, not a pear. I don't know.
Yeah, all I'm getting is the IPA out of it. It's not a bad IPA.
No, it's not horrible.
A kiwi?
So this is... Can't even remember who it is. It's a 450. Sticky Nuggets. It's just a double dry hopped double IPA. Strata, Vic Secret, Citra, the Amarillo, and Marshmallow. So it's basically like a marshmallow IPA, and I was like...
Marshmallow Fluff IPA?
Yeah, I was kind of like, huh.
So
It's hops. Right. And so, because I was kind of like...
It's not a bad IPA. It's not my favorite.
I was like really confused and thrown off by the Vic Secret. I was like, that's like short for Victoria's Secret. But I'm quite sure they didn't put any like stained panties in their brew. I mean, if they did,
ew, they filter them all through. Since this is brought to you in part by your mom, they filtered this brew through your mom's used panties.
But it's basically it's all just hops.
What's all the hops that are in it?
We have Strata, Vic Secret, Citra, Amarillo, which I don't know if that's Amarillo hops.
Yeah.
Or there's a flavor that's called Amarillo, I think.
It's like 5 hops.
Is Citra like a citrusy tasting?
Yeah.
I've used it before. I haven't obviously brewed anything on it.
Right. I think that's one of the ones that he gave us that we fucking chewed on.
That was so gross.
Man,
It
so
is gross.
like
I would smoke hops. That's a 7 point. I would try that just to see like what it's like.
I
mean,
have a couple frozen bags of hops in the
Yes,
freezer.
you do.
Yeah.
Put them in a fucking bowl and smoke and be like, dude, I was going to say convince that kid that it's weed, but you know, I mean, it is. I don't think it would do anything since it's not fermented. I would have a hard time thinking that hops would really get you fucked up. But I still would just want to do it just because.
So, like, in the last week or so, I've had multiple people ask me about, like, am I brewing? Can I make this? Can I make that? I think it's time I need to bring that back. I had someone today asking me about my, about basically making wine. Chicks of Wiccan was, like, wanting to make me to make some kind of wine or some kind of mead for her covenant or ceremonies. I'm going, okay. Like, how much? And she's like, 10 gallons. I'm like, shit, that's a huge amount. She's like, so how long will it take? Like, a few days? I'm like, for good wine, like 6 months, dude.
Jesus.
I could start it now and you'd have it in time for your, like, Halloween festival if you want it to be really good.
That's so funny.
Because, you know, the fermentation will only take a few weeks, but it's the aging out and all that sort of stuff, you know? So I may do it. I may not. We'll see how I feel come my next payday. Because if I'm going to do a mead, I'm going to buy a ridiculous amount of honey.
Right.
So
I can get the marshmallow flavor now that I let it sit a minute.
yeah, there's like a marshmallow aftertaste to it.
Right. I picked it up right away, but I don't think you would pick it. You just wouldn't pick it up right away.
It's not like
knowing.
the marshmallow aftertaste to me isn't like, you know, campfire marshmallows. It's like cereal marshmallows.
Right. It's, well, you know, to me it is kind of like campfire marshmallows. Obviously not roasted marshmallows, fucking raw marshmallows. But like I can just taste it in the background. It just kind of softens the IPA taste, or well, the hop taste. But it's a fucking double dry hopped, so it's super fucking hoppy. I think if it was just like a regular, like, oh, this is an IPA hop, and then they had the marshmallows in it, maybe it would be like really good.
So it's 450 North, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not a slushy; it's just an actual
right,
beer.
An actual beer. That was the other thing that threw me. I was like,
that's
450 North.
I don't think we've ever had anything that was just beer by them, right?
Right. I don't think I've ever had an IPA by them. It was unheard of
Like,
to me that they make IPAs.
I'm trying to remember the one time I went there with Zach back in the day. If they had anything other than their slushy stuff on hand, and I don't recall. It's been too long now.
I feel like I looked at their list that they had on tap when I think when we did the Yacht Squatch maybe, and they had some IPAs and different stuff that I didn't know they had.
I'm going to look it up right now and see what they have on tap.
Okay, so today at work, somebody brought up the Fruit Loops in the ass.
Oh, God, that's great.
And somebody also brought up vabbing, which I completely forgot about.
Oh, vabbing.
Can't remember what that is.
Vabbing, sweetie, is where you take your vagina, you put just a little bit on, you know, your vagina
You're
juices.
using it as your perfume.
You vab it onto your pulse points.
Or, you know,
I forgot about that.
I did too, and he like brought it up and asked me if I was vabbing, and I was like, shit, I completely forgot about that.
So does that work with dudes nutting? If I like jerk off into my hand and I use a little bit of that on like the sides of my cheek?
That'd be fucking hilarious. And I probably would have told that dude, be like, oh no, I don't stick my fingers in my vag and like, you know, put it on my pulse points. I like stick my fingers in my butthole.
He goes, he was talking to my team leader. He's like, yeah, I want to eat cereal out of her ass.
Oh my God.
That guy, my team leader was just like, like his face just went completely surprised.
Is this just some weird asshole?
He was
dude?
like, yeah, he was like, is it? He was like, was it Count Chocula? And I was like, no, it was Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
So I got 450's draft list up, and so we've got Hazy Lager, Pilsner, Farmhouse
such a
Ale,
snob.
Wheat, Helles Kolsch, Amber Ale, Marzen Lager, Porter, Stout, West Coast IPA.
So I want to go there. They have all
We
kinds
gotta
of
have a
weird
field
ass
trip
boring
there.
And then they
shit.
got like a dank.
Oh damn it! Well, it's a rye IPA.
So they've got one listed on here called Dank Candy Gummy Haze, which is a West Coast IPA. Night Rider Rye IPA.
Let's field trip there one of these days.
They've got Happy Hour Nuggets.
Happy Hour Nuggets sounds fucking hilarious.
Sticky Nuggets.
That's what we're drinking.
Trading Card Nuggets.
Trading Card Nuggets.
Peach Tang Fluff.
So the Nuggets is like a series then.
Yeah.
And kind of like their slushy is a series.
Mm-hmm.
They got cotton candy fluff sloshmallow, so that's one of their slushies. Cherry cheesecake slushy XL.
I don't say it sounds super delicious.
Blackberry dream slushy, marshmallow OG slushy, red velvet cream swirl, slushy cluster charms, that's the one I got that brought last time.
That's what we had.
Fluffernutter swirl slushy.
Ooh, peanut butter banana Did we have that?
I don't think we've had that, not this round, but it sounds delicious.
I feel like we've had a peanut butter one by them before.
A peanut butter, banana, marshmallow, banana ice cream fudge. That sounds fucking amazing.
Possibly.
Right, the peanut butter banana marshmallow.
Herds
we
of
had to
nerds.
have talked about that because that sounds really fucking familiar.
Unless we had it by another.
Tropical fruity flakes, raspberry dream slushy, Persian
company.
cat slushy, which is
Brewery.
orange and marshmallow, graham cracker, tangerine. Yeah.
Maybe Zach talked about it.
So I got a question.
What's your question?
If you made chocolates molded from your butthole and took them to work, would that be considered sexual harassment?
Ooh.
Only if
I'm going to ask my boss this.
So my thoughts on it are they going to ask, what's this supposed to be?
I'm definitely going to tell them what
I'd be like, it's my eye.
I told
eye? My brown eye. Shut up.
I told my team leader I was going to bring butthole chocolates in.
Can I help
you? Like, you won't do that. I was like, I probably would. And he's like, no, you'd be too embarrassed. I'm like, I would probably be embarrassed and be bright red, but I would do it. And
Ariana,
I was like, it's not like I would give them to everybody. It was like I'd just give them to like some people, like certain people, that would like take it well.
I would give them to the people that would take it well, then leave the rest out on the table with like free chocolate.
I told him I was gonna like bring him in a donut box.
Ariana, I hope that we're good enough friends that you'll let me help you cast your butthole.
Dude, and that was another thing that I was wondering about.
This is strictly a non-sexual thing. This would be the funniest thing in the world to do.
That was another thing. I'm like, so I wonder if you can like do your own butthole mold, or if I would have to have somebody help me because
if you needed help,
I don't know.
I'd have your butt.
I was gonna say I don't know that I'd want somebody looking at my brown eye.
Well, so the question about that is, like, you've seen those things where, like, they'll do the casting of, like, the baby's foot. So you're going to have to put, like, one of those in your butthole.
I know. I was going
through
through the steps of what I have to do in my head.
So you're going to have to do that in your butthole. It's going to have to cast. It's going to have to be a solid. And then that's going to be, like, your positive. And so that's going to look like your butthole from the outside. Then you're going to have to go and take that and cast a reverse of it.
Mm-hmm. And then use that for the chocolate mold. I know.
Dude, I am all about this game. And it's not because I
all
want to see
of
your
the
butthole.
steps in my brain.
I'm all about this, but it's not because I want to see your
then
butthole.
This just sounds like an entertaining project.
I'm like, okay, so we're doing that, but then like you have to see everything because it's going to be kind of hard to keep everything else covered because you're probably going to have to be like.
I'm going to recommend a Brazilian beforehand just because of pulling the hair off the mold off.
Oh, well, why would you get a Brazilian if
like
you're
the
getting it for free?
Get rid of all the hair down
That's right,
there.
exactly.
You're getting, but
the
like,
molding shit would be ripping it off. Ain't no problem.
Why would
you don't want to get. Oh, okay, fine. Accidental hair in your chocolate. That's all I'm going to say.
So, yeah, I was thinking like, how would you? Because I'm assuming you have to be like happy baby in it to be able to do that. Like, you wouldn't be able unless.
Face down, ass up would be like a little bit difficult because your ass. I think your ass would be at more of like a 45 than a 90 because and then so if you're pouring liquid down, it would just all run out and it wouldn't make a proper mold. You would definitely have to have your ass straight up and down.
I feel like I saw somebody do this before, but it wasn't like I wasn't looking at their ass. I think they had it covered up and they had somebody else doing it for them. But I was like sitting there.
I saw it too.
We probably watched it on here. But yeah, I was kind of wondering if that's sexual harassment.
I don't see why it'd be sexual.
Well, here's some chocolate so you can eat my ass.
A workplace would deem it inappropriate if you brought dick candies or something. You know, if
You
somebody
just like, I made these
people get
candies myself.
offended, but I don't know if that's necessarily sexual harassment. But it's definitely you're getting sent to the HR type deal.
I really wish that like the HR at my work knew about this, and I could talk to her about this without
just tell
getting
her about
fired.
it. Oh, well,
Without getting fired.
I wonder how hard it would be to make peanut butter filled asshole chocolates.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Because that sounds delicious.
So like you're gonna have to make, after you've got the mold of your asshole, you're gonna have to get like make an appropriately sized peanut butter ball, put that inside the mold, and then fill that up with chocolate. And it'd be like asshole Buckeyes.
So basically,
that's what I want. Asshole
Instead of Buckeyes, it'd be butt eyes.
So you would, it basically be like that. Like I've seen them do stuff like that. Like you would have the
Butt eyes.
like I would see like a tray of like 24 very honest buttholes in this tray, and then like you would fill it in chocolate, and then you would dump the chocolate out, and then so it would have the
It's
layer
like a fine
of
French.
chocolate.
It is a fine French delicacy. 24 Ariana butthole.
See,
And then you would just have the melted peanut butter like put in each hole that has the chocolate lined butthole.
Be careful of the cream field one.
And then when that
I feel the cream myself.
you would cover it in chocolate, and then when they cool, you would pop them out, and they would be chocolate filled buttholes.
yeah. And also,
Sun-kissed.
I would like a dark chocolate Ariana's butthole.
sun-kissed what?
I was gonna go. I don't
You
know.
lost it?
Yeah, I did.
Also, he told me when I told him this that I was going to bring in butthole chocolates. Like he said something along the lines of it wouldn't be very unique because everybody has a butthole. I'm like, yeah, but everybody's butthole is different. So
That's right. It's like,
like
it would
nobody's
look
ate my
different
ass.
than somebody else's.
right.
Should be like,
That's
nobody's
very
ate-
unique.
Right.
Nobody's
That's
ate
what I
my
feel like.
butthole. Well, except that guy
It's like
and that
fingerprints.
guy.
It is like thumbprint cookies, but only butt
Butthole,
print.
yeah.
Butt print chocolates.
I'm now thinking of a new phone unlocking technology.
That's
Thumbprint's no longer unique enough. Eyeball scanning not unique enough. Well, guess what we got?
Stick your phone into your butthole.
When you want to unlock your
I think
phone,
you just swipe it like whoop.
you want to unlock your phone,
awesome.
you just shove it down the back of your pants.
That's so awesome. I love it. So I think I know what we had that was like that. It's this Street Side Brewery Mind Flare, because I know that was a chocolate banana. God damn it. Where is it? I don't know how to. It's the Jungle Mind Flare, and it was
Like Cincinnati Bengals looking thing.
right. I don't.
That was a butt plug beer.
Was it a butt plug beer?
That doesn't look like anything we've had recently.
I was like, I can't remember when we had it. I don't know when this was logged, and it doesn't say a whole lot of bullshit.
I feel like
about
it's
it.
hard to search your stuff on there.
Right, it is. Send to friend. View beer details. That's just literally, there's not a whole lot on it. But I know that was that was December 13th, 2022 is when it was logged. So it was a butt plug beer.
One of our last butt plug beers, too.
That's right. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Like, I spent some time this week organizing and archiving, like, all the raw footage onto my fancy schmancy server. And I'm like, wow, I've got a lot of fucking footage for, 3 months worth of shit. And,
Right.
yeah. And now it's all stored in a nice super duper way that'll never be used again.
Nice.
Mind Flare chocolate cream cookie.
I thought it was banana.
Banana cream?
No, they have Mind
Pastries.
Flare. That was like a series.
Oh, okay.
There you
We have
go.
this one.
Yeah.
That one's the one.
It's funny, they have a Ned Flanders one. They also have more.
Pastry stout. Oats. Crystal malts.
That being said, I'm gonna have to make a trip if I get some time this weekend to go by the freaking Barrel House and see if they have the 450 North chocolate banana one.
Oh, yeah.
Oats crazy blend of crystal malts with barrel aged pastry stout blended with fresh brewed stout. This is delicious. It doesn't say anything about that.
You cunts. I swear.
I know there's one that we did that was banana, but I don't know if that was the one or
I
not.
thought it was. Maybe it wasn't. Let's see. Now I'm on a mission.
We're on a mission to find.
To find the best
Street
chocolate banana thing.
side.
I'm thinking like at the moment now, like what is it? Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey ice cream.
That's good. Yeah, that used to be one of my favorites. I used to buy it all the time and eat it all the time.
Freaking chocolate banana deliciousness. I got freaking bananas on my counter. I'm gonna have to eat one of those bastards when I get home.
It was
I got a Hershey
probably
bar too.
a long time ago that we drank that beer because I feel like we drank something. I'm like, man, that seems like it wasn't that long ago, and it would be like over a year and a half ago or something.
So there's like somebody logged this one, and it says banana comes out immediately, lighter stout than the Demogorgon, but heavy in the spectrum of stouts, slightly acidic at the end, draft. And then this one is Mind Flare. Chocolate Banana Coconut is an American imperial stout style beer brewed by Street Side in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Didn't one of you two post on the misBEERhavior or like 513? Somebody did about a banana flavored beer recently.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh yeah, was that something?
Sweet Baby Banana or something like that.
I feel like that was. Oh yeah, that was something that you had that was actually good.
Yeah, Ian gave it to me.
Right, because there was one I had one time that was like a fucking banana bread beer, and I tried it and I absolutely hated it. And it was like, it wasn't even, I mean, it was a beer, but it was actually a malt drink, a malt beverage. It wasn't a beer. Yours looked good.
Ass and titties, ass
That's
and
right.
titties, ass and titties.
Ass and titties.
See, now we're looking up this banana beer. We're about over though. What did we rate this?
Did we rate the marshmallow one? Not yet.
I don't. It was just a little disappointing.
I'm gonna go 3.5. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was okay for an IPA.
I'm gonna rate it.
Fuck it. I'm gonna be. I need to. I always rate things high. Fuck it. I'm gonna call it a 3.
I was gonna say a 2.75.
Fuck it. 3.
I'm rating it down.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It is a 3.
It's not even like on the level of one of the better IPAs I've had.
If I did not, if it was one of those where I was at a brewery looking at things and I saw IPA, all those hops, and then I saw marshmallow, I'd be like, if I saw the marshmallow first, then I'd have been enticed.
Right, because that's where I was like, ooh, this all-white can is pretty interesting. Usually 450 North cans are super colorful, and I'm like, ooh, this is a marshmallow IPA. Oh, that's really weird, but I'm going to try it.
I don't know. Apparently it says, maybe it was not on here. Maybe it was on the misBEERhavior. What the hell is that?
I see shit, and I'm like, what the fuck, guys?
Dude, that was like that fucking ad I got today. Did you see that shit I posted?
I liked your ad. It was a Harley Davidson ad over
No. So there was multiple things
So was it just one ad?
Okay, so there is like built into my phone a news app, and the thing is getting real goddamn creepy picky about. It advertised one. It was a sell your Harley Davidson, so Harley. Mm-hmm. The other thing directly below it was a TikTok group for craft beer dads.
It basically makes fun of dads that drink craft beer, and I was like, that's you in a fucking ad.
I was like, dude,
100%.
that is so fucking targeted, it hurts.
That's so funny.
And then like around lunchtime, I was like just doom scrolling, and I had an ad from Amazon for the most fucked up, ridiculous product I've never heard of. Don't think there's any real purpose to, but it sounds almost worth it if it wasn't $800.
What's that?
It is a backpack with a 12-inch computer monitor built into it. Specifically, you put it on your back, and then you can just run advertisements on it. You walk around, and your backpack, it's got like a 12-hour battery life. It's got batteries. It's got the device to run it. You sync it from your phone.
I feel like that's a sign spinning type,
And literally, you walk around.
A business pays somebody.
You walk
minimum
around
wage
with it, and it's a backpack with a freaking computer screen
You
in
can
it.
probably get paid to like walk around carrying it and having somebody's business on there or whatever.
There, here's
I would
the.
fucking
Or if
do
you
that.
had your own business, you could
It's
advertise your
literally
own
a
business.
backpack with a screen on it, and you just
That's
walk
funny.
around. And I'm like, I could totally put my own nudes on there and be like, if you
Ew.
want some of this, give me a call at.
Could you imagine? That would be so fucking funny.
You probably get all kinds of dudes calling you.
Dude, that would be a good way to advertise in OnlyFans.
You go to like a convention. I could see like going to like a convention or something.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Going to a fucking Comic-Con or something like that.
You know, you
Where you got the fucking...
got some chick dressed in cosplay.
The celibate fat boys.
You got some chick dressed in like some cosplay walking around with a backpack. Like, my OnlyFans, and she's dressed as like, I don't know, fucking Storm from the X-Men, and be like, sexy Storm69 at OnlyFans.com.
That's great.
So the beer I drank that I posted was Sweet Baby Banana by Dew Claw Brewing.
They're the ones that do Sweet Baby Jesus, right? When I was at the Jungle Gyms, the Jungle Gyms. When I went to Jungle Gyms to buy like my supply of beers for the next few months of episodes, they had right there. They had a Sweet Baby Jesus, and then they had that one, the Sweet Baby Banana, and a whole bunch of other ones.
Yeah.
They were all sweet something, and I think it was all by the Sweet Baby Jesus people.
Sweet Baby is like their series then.
I've just never known the
Sweet
name of the
Baby
actual
Ronald.
brewery. I just know,
Sweet
hey,
Baby
look, it's Sweet
Ronald.
Baby Jesus.
I think that's really interesting. And I was like, how could you do, like, I was thinking, like, do some skin scrapings of Ron and make yourself a beer called Sweet Baby Ronald. I mean, it would probably be really gross to the thought of me,
Look,
like, drinking a Ron-flavored beer. No, thank you. If it's not going to get me drunk, it ain't going to be worth it. I will not taste Ron unless I'm getting completely wasted by the flavor of him.
Well, I'm going to ferment. Never mind.
Ferment his own balls. That'd be hideous.
Ew.
I'll ferment my balls in your mouth, bitch.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what have we learned today?
That it may or may not be sexual harassment if you take butthole chocolates to work.
Right?
I've learned that more people than I thought are on board for fucking with my daughter's boyfriend and my daughter into making them believe that the house is super haunted.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, why wouldn't you do that though?
Right? That makes me just, when in the middle of the night and, like, was it Steve and Abby? Steve and who is it? Anna.
Anna or Ann?
And, like, kind of, poking around his house in the middle of the night and being like, oh, Steve, and like clawing at his window and shit and then just leaving.
I learned that we didn't rate this beer yet.
Oh, we rated it while you were
you were busy,
for
you were busy
banana
doing
beer.
schooling. I rated it a 3. I was going to rate it like a 3.5. Then I realized I don't like it that much, but I don't hate it. And 3's right in the middle. And I think I rate things too kindly.
I give it a 2.75 just because it's like I'm rating down. Like it was a little bit of a disappointing IPA.
2.5 for me. And it did have like the marshmallow and it was hoppy.
Marshmallow, hoppy.
Bitter. Disappointment and sorrow are those options.
Okay, IPA.
Disappointment.
It was just put that in the comments. Tastes like sorrow and disappointment.
Better than Ryan Guy's truth bullshit.
Hoppy, we'd say bitter.
I would have to revisit a Ryan Guy's truth.
Dank.
It was dank, but I don't think it was bitter myself. It had a sweet hit to it.
It was a little bit citrusy too.
Yeah, it was
that was all the hops in there.
It was like it had that bitterness of like a lemon peel, like the inside, that pith, lemon pith. It tastes like lemon pith again.
Pith.
Tastes like pith.
Again, it tastes like
Hey, can I pith on your face?
It's pithy.
Pithy.
Can I put this pith on your face?
Oh.
Right on. Was that a fart?
No.
Oh, it sounded like somebody blew ass.
Ron
It's the
blew
chair
ass.
when I
Ron's
move.
blowing ass.
Dude, my nephew, my youngest nephew, was sitting in the kitchen. Like, I was sitting in a chair and he was like sitting on the floor and he just fucking ripped ass real loud. And he just looked at me like,
That's great.
I was like, nice rip, dude. And he was just like, and then he did it again. And I was like, hell yeah.
And
so
then he did it again
awesome.
and he pooped his pants.
Probably.
Yeah, you got to teach him like not like a secret phrase, but like a certain phrase, so that like when he knows that when somebody farts, there's like a unique phrase that is said that's like a really funny phrase. That way, when somebody, if they just have a friend or somebody over and they fart, and he's like, oh, and he points at them and laughs.
See, I was thinking this is more like.
Dude.
Right.
I'm sitting here thinking more like Ariana needs like a secret code word for her nephew. So if he's gonna fart, be like, hey, you know what?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, and he's just like, okay, blows ass.
That'd be awesome.
I could picture us doing something like that.
That'd be good times. Hell yeah.
Be like, hey, Mickey Mouse, blows ass.
That'd be funny. Alrighty, well, we're out of here, friends. We have
We're outta here,
nothing more
friends.
for you guys. We've been talking too much.
We've had our time. Remember to like and subscribe. We're on your favorite podcasting services. We're on YouTube, Facebook.
Remember to leave some shitty comments to our posts, because even if they're shitty, it still boosts
Like,
us in
Tell
the
us how much
algorithm.
you hate us or love us.
Like,
Absolutely.
so here's comments that I genuinely want. Since we've
Nice
decided
dick, dude.
it's okay and been encouraged to screw with my daughter's boyfriend, what other things could I do to really
There we
amp up
go.
this haunted house thing? Like, seriously, what can I do that would really fuck with that poor bastard? It would be hilarious just to watch him go, I can't come to your house no more because
I'm too scared of your
I have
house.
ideas.
so please put some comments down there. Just be wild about it, because, why not?
Hell yeah.
See you next week, kids. Love you.
misBEERhavior!